Anyway, let's get back to the music. What do we got? Anyway, if you watched last week, you remember how I managed to get a link between seeing Kenny Chesney in Des Moines, Iowa, and my cancelled trip for this year, and our first song by Carolyn Jones. Tonight I've got another collaboration between an international artist and an Australian indie singer. Jonesy, hands on the buzzer. Right?
Hang on, yep.
If I ask you for a song about a fusion of heavy metal and bluegrass into a country rock classic that uses synthesised bagpipes as an intro to a song,
Ooh.
who are you going to go?
Synthesised bagpipes. Well, the only real bagpipe song that comes to mind is the fantastic band AC/DC, and that was back in the 70s, I think, when they were on back of a flatbed truck going down Main Street of Melbourne. And
Melbourne at the moment, that'd be the highway to hell, wouldn't it?
Oh, a good one. Hang
Where's
on.
our button? That one wasn't rehearsed.
You get two for that.
Anyway, no. Okay, here's another hint, Jonesy.
Wow.
What about if I say?
Bagpipes, yeah.
What about if I say the road sign?
Yep.
This song title was stolen so many times, the local authorities changed the original name of the road to Copperhead Hollow Road.
So now we're talking about Copperhead Road with the great man Steve Earle.
That's right, Steve Earle of Copperhead Road fame. Jonesy gets a prize.
There you go.
Anyway, Steve Earle of Copperhead Road fame teams up with Angus Gill, up-and-coming Australian singer, to sing a great new song, only released this week.
Yeah, right.
So, we've got this song. So, Angus, award-winning singer-songwriter, producer.
Not this Angus.
There's that link. Last week we had the Jones link, and now we've got Angus.
AC/DC, Angus. It's not Angus Young, obviously.
No, Angus Gill. Angus Gill.
Right.
So, singer-songwriter, producer, engineer, multi-instrumentalist. So, Angus, a little bit about Angus. He started his career as a 10-year-old entertaining crowds at Timbertown.
Up Port Macquarie way.
Up Port Macquarie. Wauchope was his hometown. Yep. So, it's a few hours up the road from us. He won the Male Rising Star of the 22nd Australian Independent Country Music Awards.
Right, yep.
Sounding pretty good. This is the craziness. He opened for Chris Christopherson. That's where I saw him, up in Newcastle last year. And I'm going, geez, I like this guy. And then you go home and you go, and it was only when I was doing some research, he's become one of the youngest Australians to perform on the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville, Tennessee.
Wow, yeah.
So obviously he's gaining
He's got talent.
He's got talent. He's gaining a strong reputation, and he was a finalist for a Traditional Country Album of the Year at this year's 2020 CMAA Golden Guitar Awards. So he's got a new project out, and he's teaming up. It's called Angus Gill and Seasons of Change, and he's teaming up with members of the Paul Kelly Band.
Oh yeah, nice.
So it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
And it was I guess alt country legend Steve Earle who introduced Angus back to the band in 2017. So there's all those links again.
Yeah. And
Steve features on this country duet, the New Old Me. So the song New Old Me was written by Angus Gill and Alan Caswell. The song talks about change and transformation.
What a great songwriter that guy is.
Alan's now got a book out.
You're kidding? No, I didn't know that.
No, he's got a book out on how to write songs, I think it is.
I might need to purchase that one. What lovely. We should try to connect with Alan.
Alan's got some absolutely fantastic songs.
I love that song, Bastards at the Bar. Have you heard that one?
And Stupid People. Wow. You know that one, Stupid People?
Yeah, I've heard that one, yeah.
That's a couple of good songs there. Anyway, I guess... so the song talks about change, and one of the lines is,
I keep throwing him, people. I keep throwing him.
Yeah, that is, I had a flair for screwing up, as most of you would agree. Welcome to the new old me, Jonesy. Can you identify with that line?
I think you're not on your Pat Malone there, my friend. No.
Anyway, so it seems Steve Earle told Angus to toughen up, and that's just what Angus did. So how does Angus get Steve on the record and establish a friendship? He was overseas. He went to a songwriting retreat with Angus in New York 6 years ago, or with Steve.
Yep.
Steve saw the promise of the then 16-year-old, and the two became friends at age 22. 22.
Wow.
Okay. He's got 2 albums out. There's a third about to be released next week.
Nice.
And this the next album, I think it's going to be a bit of a storytelling album because the album's called 3 Minute Movies.
Okay.
So it's going to be, I think, songs about
movies.
Well, no, I think it's about cramming, a bit like cramming a story.
Oh,
into 3 minutes.
Doing a songwriter.
Yeah.
Doing a storyteller song.
Storytelling song. So it's a lyric video with Old West animations. So I'm suggesting let's have a listen to Angus Gill and Seasons of Change, where he teams up with Steve Earle in The New Old Me.
Let's get it on.
Get it on.
Well, there's some things I wouldn't do just for the sake of change. Anger once used whiskey is a shortcut to my brain. Well, I'm the last man standing from a happy bunch of fools who thought that they were big enough to kick against the rules. Well, I had a flair for screwing up, as most of you'd agree. Oh, welcome to the new old me.
Used to put their crap on me like I was just a kid. You told me to toughen up, buddy, that's just what I did. I built myself a stronger heart so it don't break no more. And I grew myself a second skin that was thicker than before. When you're looking in the mirror now, all you see. Welcome to the new old me. So we're ripping off the rich so we can give it to the poor. Guys like us can see the world from both sides of the law. Credit, cause I know there's credit due. I just taught you bits and tricks and the rest was up to you. Got my future covered because I've learned from your mistakes. And I can run big rings around the phonies and the fakes. And if you die, well, it's not my responsibility. Oh, welcome to the new old me. Yeah, well, I can do just what I want while I'm stupid, young and free. Welcome to the new old me.
That's a song that deserves applause. Angus Gill and Steve Earle, The New Old Me. Now, what do you think of that as a lyric video?
I'll tell you what, if you're ever going to do a lyric video with all the movement and the words and the background picture footage, it's excellent. Yeah, that's what I'd like to see.
Yeah. I mean, it was great, wasn't it? I mean, okay, the words are there, but there was stuff happening in the background, and quite a bit of detail happening in the background.
Can you hear that in the background?
Sounds of silence? No.
No, lorikeets were coming. Lorikeets are out there.
I've got my headsets, and
Lorikeets were coming through my headset. Maybe I got mine turned up way too much. Nice, nice video, nice sound. Really, the Australian voice, the Australian country style.
But also, I think our friends in the USA will love that with Steve Earle.
What was that album that came out last year? He brought out, or was that the year before? I've got that in the system somewhere, but I'll find it. I'll come back to that at a later date because, as usual, I pull these things out of the air and I'm never prepared.
I saw Steve at Reesby Workers a few years back,
right?
With was it the Mastertons on stage, I think, and Steve, I guess, like any artist, you go along to hear, I guess, the classic song, and it's that always that artists want to promote their new music, but they know that if they don't play the song that's made them famous, the crowd's going to go home. So you're sitting there and you're going, "Oh yeah, good music, Steve, good music."
So many artists do that. They'll regretfully, they'll painfully,
and the last song,
everyone's there to see,
Copperhead Road,
and he sung it 10,025 times, and he just goes, "Well, I've got a new album, my new album."
And he was sociable and personal. Then sat outside and talked to people and signed CDs and signed albums. So that's what you want.
He's had a little bit of tragedy too in his life over the last short while. I read this week he's dedicating a new song to his son, so that's going to be lovely to hear when that comes out.
Yeah.
That was only in an email I got recently, so that mustn't be too far away because that was from a...
Well, I guess it's quite often, emotional highs and emotional lows that trigger songwriters into writing some of their best songs. So I'll really be looking forward to listening to Steve's new song.
All right, that was great. And
well, Jonesy, one of the comments we got last week, one of the feedback, they said, "Geez, that Dingo guy is a bit prepared and
he's organised."
He's organised,
and I told him, I said, "Why else would I bring him in? For them good looks, plus he's organised."
Well, the other thing is I tend to forget a lot of things, so I need paperwork around me. So, what have you?